everyone, I am Harkamna Malhotra from Savas, India, and I welcome you on to the first episode of Amoha Residences Beyond Square Feet, where it all begins. At Savas, we often engage with homes as investments and assets, but it's conversations like these that allow us to go a little deeper into the philosophy and design of these homes. Before we begin, I'd like to set a little bit of context. Today, I'm sitting in the very beautiful, very serene Dharamshala at Amoha Residences to talk about the ethos of this brand. And joining me today will be Mr. Vedant Khanna, the heart and soul behind this deeply considered project. Hi Vedant, it's lovely to have you here and thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me, and I look forward to this conversation.
So, Vedant, I want to keep this very real and conversational.
Yeah.
So, my first question to you would be, how did Amoha happen? How did the idea of creating something like Amoha came to you?
So, Amoha happened because of actually our love for the mountains.
Okay.
So, of course, all the credit and the effort happened because of my father. He loved the mountains, which I inherited
Okay.
because he made me extensively travel North India when I was a kid. And I think that love and passion for the mountains made us seek an opportunity,
Right.
build something in the mountains that means something to us, that will make a difference and impact, and something different, where people can enjoy stress free. Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's typically evident. This is the first time I've come to Dharamshala and at Amoha, and it's as enchanting as it looked to me in the photographs and videos. So I think that ethos has really come out well.
Thank you.
In fact, the name, I think Amoha has a certain sense of depth to it.
Yeah, it's a Sanskrit word.
Oh, right. It's a Sanskrit word.
Yeah.
So, what does Amoha mean to you personally, Vedant?
So, Amoha is actually all I've ever known through my work life. I started with Amoha. I'm still doing Amoha. We started with the hotel. Now we're doing the villas here.
Right.
So it's actually beyond just a property for us. We were always very passionate about it. We gave it a lot of time, a lot of effort, and from every small thing like choosing the stone to choosing the right landscapist to choosing what the guests will experience over here. Everything was very thoughtfully curated,
Right.
since years and years before the property started. So yeah, I think Amoha is means a lot to us.
So, right, Vedant, I'm just curious. Amoha is more of a personal vision for you, like what you said. But did it start off as a lucrative financial opportunity
Never.
and then gradually got a deeper meaning to it?
No.
Or was it always personal?
Oh, it was always personal because we we went against all odds and all norms of the hotel industry. What any consultant would advise you, or any hotelier would advise to, like, make more rooms, build more, and in fact a lot of people thought we were crazy because we only built 40 rooms here
Right.
and large landscape areas, 10 water bodies, so I mean, looking at all of that, it definitely was never for the profit or for the money. We wanted to create something that people love, that people come back to, that people remember. I love it when any family member or any friend of mine comes here and then experiences it
Right.
and gives me a compliment, or tells me how much they've enjoyed it. That means more to me than anything else. So
And that speaks volumes.
yeah, it does. It does. It does. And that's what actually matters.
Yeah.
You know, that's what actually matters, because we put in so much effort into the property, you put your heart and soul in it.
Yeah.
If people enjoy it, people enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah.
And what gives you satisfaction.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And it does not feel purely transactional to me also with that.
Yeah, it's not.
It definitely, the place definitely has character, has depth, has a lot of emotions.
Yeah, yeah. All thanks to I mean, I certainly will not take all the credit for it. I mean, I'm just a very, very small part of it that put all the pieces together. But our consultants, our landscapist, my father to begin with, he's the, you know, he's the maker, he's the creator of it. If it wasn't for him, it wouldn't have been possible. But yeah, we've you know, we put in a lot of effort into the property, and then it's been a passion project for us.
How beautiful. How beautiful. Love. Done for me, a project like this draws a lot of inspiration from its locations. I mean, I can see the Dhauladhar ranges right in front of it. So, is there a specific reason why you chose Dharamshala, or that's how you always envisioned the Moha to be?
I think there's a reason. Because Dharamsala was like, Dharamsala has a very spiritual energy.
Right.
Uh, there's a certain calmness you don't find in other issues. You know, I've been to other hit stations, and I think they're fairly used and abused.
Yeah.
Dharamshala is you know, one place that still a lot of people don't know about. I mean, even now, when I talk to people about Dharamshala, the first thing they ask is how to get here. You know, they're not even aware of the fact that this is the easiest, you know, accessible hill destination.
The connectivity is great.
The connectivity is great, yeah, because you have 5 flights from Delhi, you know, one flight from Chandigarh, and which just saves people a lot of time and effort. So yeah, we chose Dharamshala because it was easy to get to. It was unexplored. There's still a lot of greenery here, a lot of nature. You know, it's surrounded by forests and the mountains, and you have 360-degree views over here.
Yeah.
And it's big on spiritualism, you know, with the Dalai Lama, with Osho, with Sri Ravi Shankar coming in now with his ashram, and a lot of temples around. So I think, you know, that just creates a really good vibe and energy around.
So it was a conscious choice to choose Dharamshala.
It was, yeah, it was.
So Vedant, you've come up with these residences. Could you let us know a little bit more about what's so special or exclusive about this curated object?
So actually, there's a couple of special things. Um, you know, the first being how easy it is to travel to Dharamshala.
Right.
In today's day and age, you know, people don't have time, and no one wants to spend 2 days on the road when they only have a 3 day.
Accessibility
Already.
is everything.
So it's very easy to get here. You know, the 3 flights a day within
Right.
15 minutes at the property. Secondly,
And how far is this from the airport?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Oh, how nice.
Secondly, you know, we've put in a lot of effort into making this an integrated development where you have a hotel and you have residences, and that really makes things exciting for the homeowner, because you know he can use the facilities of a hotel. You have bars, you have a spa, you have a restaurant. You know, you have people to look after you. You have your laundry done. Um, and you have people to talk to. You know, that's the most important part, because you know 2-3 days in the hills can really get boring if you don't have people to talk to. So you know we've really tried to create some hustle bustle. You know, get a lot of people together, make this a little bit of a happening, an exciting place,
Along with the quiet.
along with the quiet, of course, which is there, and also our residences are fully furnished, you know, so it's not like people have to put in any time and effort after we give them a handover.
Okay.
It's all done, it's all designed, it's all finished by us, and you know, in a very tasteful and a very localized manner. We don't want to bring in Delhi, we don't want to bring in Bombay, we don't want to bring in any international
city culture.
architecture over here. You know, it's about Dharamshala, what Himachal represents.
Right.
The architecture is very local, the interiors are very local, the
I can see
colors, the
that.
color, all the furniture. So we're giving people a livable home. So when we give you your keys, you can come and you can sleep in your bed at night.
So everything is just taken care of by
Right,
you.
right, from end to end.
Right. And I think when you talked about, having those facilities, I agree. Sometimes the quiet and the solitude can also get too much.
Yeah,
So in that sense, I think Amoha really strikes that perfect balance.
yeah,
You enjoy the nature, the quiet, the calm, and simultaneously you have the hotel, you
Yeah.
have the facilities, you can access everything.
right.
So it's just the best of both the worlds.
Yeah. That was always our aim.
Right.
To let guests enjoy the nature and the facilities of a luxury property. And I think we've done a really good job
Definitely.
to seamlessly integrate our development with the nature.
Right.
We've taken nature
Yeah.
into the buildings and the buildings into the nature. So it all looks very seamless.
I think it's a beautifully curated experience, Vedant. Well done.
Thank you.
Vedant, I'm sure a project of this scale, of this ethos, requires the right support by partnerships. So, I just want to know at what point did you think of onboarding a partner like Savos India? And how has that journey been for you?
So Savills, I approached because of the kind of product we're making. It's very premium, it's very niche, it's high end, and it's exclusive because we're only building limited units.
Hmm.
I did not feel the need to market my product because I don't think it needed marketing. I did not feel the need to announce it anywhere. Uh, but I did want to be connected to the right kind of Cuba.
Yeah.
So I think Savills has helped a lot with that. They've definitely, uh, you know, uh, got got us great people, better than I could ask for. It's been a good journey, and I think they've really understood the product and then recommended buyers, owners, gotten people who would appreciate what we built,
Yeah.
who appreciate nature, who appreciate the mountains. And it's always a pleasure dealing with those sort of people, because they appreciate your product.
Yeah.
Um, and then that then becomes a sort of a lifelong relationship.
Yeah.
So,
And I think having those right buyers for a project, as emotional, as passionate that you are about,
yeah.
could make all the difference.
Yeah. I mean, it's very important to have the right kind of crowd. So, yeah, it's been great. And I just want to thank Savas for getting those people in.
So I'd like to take that compliment on behalf of Savas Area Vedant. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Vedant. I
welcome.
think what stays with me that Amoha is more than just a place. It's an intention. It's about a relationship, a different relationship with how you live in life, a choice to live differently, perhaps more slowly, more present, with more meaning. And I think that's how the narrative of luxury is also moving towards something which isn't loud but more present, more there in your be. And I'd really like to thank Vedant for his time and for sharing his journey with all of us.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to the first episode of our podcast, Amoha Beyond Square Feet, where it all begins. I'll come back to you with the next episode very shortly. Till then, see you and take care.